Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Never Words podcast. I'm your host Tom Brown, joined only by my brother Tim today. Tim was you were late with lunch and Jack was supposed to be here, but I think he got impatient. Um, but
I
now
would
it's just
just
the two
like
of
to
us.
say, Jack knows I go to lunch every day. He chose to go to the gym
Yeah. You don't go to lunch every day, every Monday,
every Monday when we
making it
record in the
very
week.
inconvenient to record because who
Missed my
knows?
last week.
I know. What a shame. Actually, it might be better. I might get a crisper Tim, not one that
Yeah,
just ate a bunch of food and had a couple old stone faces.
it's true.
Um,
Although we did get the honey buffalo chicken tenders.
mhm.
You have to tell them to use the frozen chicken tenders because they have their own and they're
Awesome.
disgusting.
Oh,
But they were good today. They're spicy.
great. I love a honey buffalo sauce. All right, Tim. The Patriots signed Mike Vrabel. They hired him. Didn't sign him, they
Thank
hired him.
Christ.
And let me tell you what, I wasn't sure if I was going to be on here because of some sick kids, and I was eating lunch. They went down for a nap. I was eating lunch watching his press conference. He, he didn't flinch on a question. He answered every correct question directly. And Mike Reese from ESPN asked him a question about offense, and he just went into all this stuff. He was like, "We're not going to make like we're not going to do stuff our players aren't capable of doing. So if we have to scale something back, we'll scale something back. But you want to bring motion, you want to press the tempo, you want to put pressure, you want to mix it up. If we can mix cadences and have motion and do it on a second cadence in different looks," and I was like, "Oh my God, yes." Like, yes, all
Yeah.
yes to this.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I mean, I know you texted us that the Rooney rule is ridiculous, which it is. Like
So
teams know
stupid.
who they're going to hire.
Well, also, Byron Leftwich and the other black guy that they interviewed aren't coaches right now, so they can be interviewed immediately. But Brian Flores and Aaron Glenn couldn't. Aaron Glenn rejected their
I know that was
offer,
weird.
but he knew it was only because they got shit for hiring or interviewing those first two guys. The Patriots are
Yeah.
trying to save face. It was, it's shit. But yeah, everyone knew. Everyone knew in week 17 that they were going to hire Mike Vrabel.
Yeah. I'm just excited. I feel like
Sure.
I got a new fire. They're going to sign T. Higgins and
Yeah.
draft a left tackle, and we're going to be living life.
I was watching the games this weekend, and Joe Alt, they were like, and look there was a run, even though the Chargers lost, there was a run by J.K. Dobbins behind Joe Alt. And they were just like, and look who it is. The rookie right tackle has just been outstanding. And I was going to text you guys, I just didn't end up doing it. But I wanted to say, also, they put him at right tackle. They didn't try and move him. It's like he's a right tackle. You're good. Just solidify your line. That's
Yeah.
another thing Vrabel said today. He was like, well, some people in Tennessee will actually tell you that I was like the third or fourth line coach because I know how important that is to a team. And I'm just like, oh my God,
Right.
I'm gonna go need to do a cold plunge after this. It's just, I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see what he does with the coordinators.
Do you
The
think that Ferdinand Lowe, Viridian Lowe,
Meridian, there you go.
stands a chance?
Probably not going to be in the
He would
starting
be my
lineup.
first fire if I was the head coach. That's the first person I'm cutting.
Well, he's got to go through Elliot Wolf.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to find the text I sent you guys about who the Patriots play next year. Because if we're looking,
Isn't it the NFC South?
yeah, it's bad teams. I had it for you guys. Like, if you look at they're going to play the Jets game again.
Oh, really?
Um,
They're gonna play the Jets? That's weird.
No, I know, but they're going to play the Jets twice. Then they get the Jags again. And then, yeah, I guess it was the NFC South because it was all bad teams. Like,
And the
they,
NFC West.
so if you just figure, I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I'm going to say that right off the bat.
So it's the
But,
NFC West in the AFC South. I'm looking at it right
okay,
now.
those are bad divisions.
And then they have the Chargers. Oh, but they're playing the Commanders and the Eagles. That's weird.
Huh, I don't know. Uh,
Is this year?
regardless,
Yep. Yep. This is this
or
year.
is that a fake
Yeah. I got tricked.
Instagram?
Yep.
Okay, so their opponents next year, they're going to play the Panthers, the Browns, the Falcons, the Raiders, Giants, and Jets. Those are home games. And then they'll have to go to Tennessee, obviously the Jets. They play good teams. Obviously, the Bills are in their division. They play the Ravens next year. Steelers are the
Are the
Steelers.
Steelers good?
In the
Or are
regular
they just the
season,
Steelers? I mean, we talked up I said I didn't trust their offense,
hold
and
on,
God, it showed on Saturday.
let's wrap up Vrabel. It's just the whole press conference was different. He didn't have Robert Kraft and Elliot Wolf sitting with him. He was up there. He just took the questions. They asked him questions like, "What do you need to do the roster?" And he was just like, "We have to look at it." He wasn't trying to be
We have to get
friendly.
better players.
Well, someone said, "What kind of players are you looking for?" And he was like, "Good ones." And he looked at Elliot Wolf and he was like, "That's a joke between me and Elliot Wolf through the interview process." But I'm guessing he was like, "You need good players. You
Yeah.
don't have any." But
You have three good players.
they have a quarterback, an all-pro special teams player, and an all-pro second team cornerback.
Yep. They have three good players. What happened to the safeties? I feel like Vrabel will be able to make the defense good again.
Tim, he's just
You know,
gonna
like
be
Trump.
able,
Make America great again.
I don't I don't know if we need to go there. You can tell Tim's dry January's over. Um, but yeah, I just think he's gonna do stuff like we're not getting a false start in the red zone. We're
Yep.
not getting a delay of game in the end of a second quarter drive. You know, it's stuff like that that he's gonna just change, which I can't wait for. I and it's everything that's come out now. It's like again, Kraft might be a problem. Kraft actually didn't put Mayo in a good position. Kraft's being like, I expected Belichick to coach one more year to try and break the record, and then Mayo would take over. It's like you fired him,
Yep.
and then you just had written into a contract that Mayo is the next guy, and it's like this is all you're doing. So
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad for Mayo. Like
he just wasn't ready.
he was an awesome Patriot,
Yeah,
but God, he was a bad head coach.
yeah,
And
and
he
it's
got dealt
just
like he was a bad head coach and got dealt like a 7-2. Like,
right. And you want to you like hopefully next year or in 2 years, a college or an NFL team is like, just come be our defensive line coach or our linebackers coach. Let them like start the road again. Because like, it's not like, you know, Brian Flores
yeah,
got fired as head coach and he's like, well, I'm going to be a coordinator or a head coach. I think he could be a coordinator and have like the head coach be like, this is what we got to do. But he could probably spend another year as a position coach.
yeah, I think he'll get, like you said, a college job. And 2 weeks ago, I hated him. I thought he was the worst. Now I'm thinking like,
It was a bad rap.
yeah, he never stood a chance.
Right. He Yeah, Delta 7
Nobody
and
that
2. Is
was
that a
taking
poker
over for
term?
Belichick stood a chance. Period.
Yeah. Unless you like interviewed 10 guys and you did like Jack was saying last week, a complete overhaul. It's like, nope, we're going young, we're going innovative, we're going that kind of thing. And maybe that probably wouldn't work. I don't know
I don't
because of the
understand why Elliot
players.
Wolf is staying.
I don't know. I like I told you, there was an article in the Globe and they think it's because he got two quarterbacks in the draft. That's what the writer.
That's ridiculous.
I know, I know. But
Joe Milton's not an actual quarterback.
hey, but if you can trick someone into like a late round draft pick, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, but like he looked good and he looked terrible in the preseason.
Yeah, well, Timmy worked on his game. Think of all, I mean, even this weekend in the playoffs, think of the bad quarterbacks. I'm convinced there's like nine good, 10 good quarterbacks
Yeah,
because Steelers don't have one.
nope.
Um, Bo Nix is a rookie and actually had a good first drive. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see tonight with Darnold. So, like, I don't know. It's just, I
I
just
think
am
10's
not,
too many. Maybe 7.
maybe it is. Yeah, very well. Yeah. If you think of the teams left, see, even like someone like Jalen
Although the
Hurts.
although Baker was good last night. He was doing his
Oh, hold
thing.
on. Baker's a really good quarterback.
Remember the time the Patriots were going to sign him before Cam Newton?
Well, Tim, you gotta stop living in the past, man.
That's hard.
It's gonna kill you. So Vrabel's the guy, and he's like they're just gonna start with the offensive coordinator picks, and we're off. So we got hot stove football during the NFL playoffs, and the NBA is going on. We're good right now. Get me to opening day. Yeah, I'm good.
Is that baseball?
Actually, yeah, that's baseball. Get me to like I think the third week in February. I'm going to the Dominican. Get me there.
Well,
Yeah, pretty stoked. All right.
school
Big.
vacation, I'm going to Florida.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, March.
perfect time to travel. No one else is traveling during school
Nope.
vacation.
And you know what's funny is the
A-
prices
Actually, that's when I'm
don't
traveling too.
reflect that a lot of people from New Hampshire are flying to Florida.
All right. So now let's talk about the games. We were wrong about Chargers Texans. The although I'm watching that game. The Texans win. All the games except last night's weren't good. Not like nothing was close. Nothing was even like a two score
Everybody
game.
says that, but like it was cool. Like watching the Ravens Steelers, like it was cool seeing how good the Ravens are.
Yeah, but when it was 21 nothing, we were like, this is how I want to spend the rest of my Saturday night.
Well, I was at work, so yes.
Well, okay. I was at a local watering hole listening to a guy sing Charlie Daniels, Kenny Wayne Shepherd,
Did he play
Sublime.
Johnny Paycheck? I don't get.
No, no, I misinterpreted the song. I
Did you
thought it was
get
a
a
Paychex.
paycheck? Because
No.
you're supposed to.
Uh, yeah, I but anyways, I was like 21 nothing and then the Steelers score because their only play is a deep pass down the sidelines.
Yep. Or a run.
Yeah. But we were talking we'll get there. Texans, that game could have been over so fast, but the Chargers settled for field goals. Their first two drives, and then the play everyone's mentioned it. CJ Stroud just drops a snap and it
Mhm.
bounces directly to him, and then they hit a huge pass play. And that really changed everything. Their defense was awesome too. But if it's not Lad McConkey, what do the Chargers have? Because J.K. Dobbins didn't have a good game.
Yeah. God. It sucks watching Lad McConkey. And I think it will for the rest of his career because he is nasty. What was that? A
Yeah.
30-yard touchdown, 40-yard touchdown? Like,
No, he's nasty. I'm just saying, like that was it, and it's a building block because, as we've mentioned, the Chargers picked two spots after the Patriots last year, two or
Yeah.
three spots. Took Joe Alt wearing a quarter zip. I told you the tweet I saw. No drip, no posse. This is 15 years of an
Yeah.
All-Pro tackle, and
Who
um,
was the other tackle they took in the Penei Sewell draft? I can't remember his name.
Hunzel. The Dolphins took him.
No,
No, that
that
was way earlier.
the Chargers took a tackle in that draft.
Tim, I love football, but I do not know about the Chargers' previous tackle picks.
Yeah, but it's just they're doing it the right way.
Um, so the Texans win. It just surprised us, and it wasn't close. Herbert had a pick six. He looks good, and then sometimes you're
Slater,
like,
Rashawn Slater,
oh, okay.
and he's their left tackle, and now Joe Alt's their right tackle.
Um, yeah, there you go. And now they're gonna build on what they have because Herbert's still good,
Yeah,
and you
he
have a good
brought him
coach.
to the playoffs without a wide receiver.
Yeah,
Like nobody thought Lad McConkey was going to be.
if you add the L to his name again, I'm gonna put you in AA myself.
Is he not? Is it not his name?
Lad McConkey.
Lad
You keep
McConkey.
saying McConkley. Oh my God. Um, God, it's hard to keep track sometimes with you.
Yeah.
But I mean, he is a wide receiver. The thing is I think they
Yeah,
beat
but
up on
I
crappy
think
teams.
the Quentin Johnson pick, that's going to come back to bite you. Because
Yeah, but you have Harbaugh, and you made the playoffs this year, and you
yeah,
drafted fifth or sixth last year.
it just
S-
sucks. Like, you're in the division with the Chiefs. Like, they're going to be good for another decade.
Yeah.
So you have to,
So,
I don't know.
all right, the next game. Okay, now we can talk Steelers Ravens, which was everyone was excited. NFC North rivalry,
I
not
lost some
quite what
money
it
on this.
was when Vontez Burfict and uh, James Harrison were out there, but oh, no, Burfict was on the Bengals.
Yeah.
Suggs. Um,
Perfect. Remember, he killed Antonio Brown and then,
yeah. Then they got him back, right?
yeah, who hit him? Was it Mike Wallace? No.
Maybe. So the Ravens jumped out 21-0, and you're just like, this is over because the Steelers can't generate offense. Then the Steelers score twice, and Derrick Henry was like, oh, I'm just going to take this over.
Yeah.
They ran so much. I know Zay Flowers was out, but I was like, Bateman's still good. Isaiah Likely's, I think, better than people give him credit for. Mark Andrews is good, but they were like, they can't stop our run.
They
So
ran.
why go
It
away
was
from it?
crazy to watch how much they ran. Like between Lamar and Derrick Henry in that first half, you were like, wow, they're really just telling the Steelers like we're just better than you.
Stop us. Did you hear what Herb Street said? I like
No.
rewound it to um I was like, did I hear that right? He was like, "What? I don't know what's going on here. You have to make a play. Where is the fight with the Steelers?" And there were fire Tomlin chants.
Yeah. I mean,
They
and
don't have a quarterback.
did you see they only ran to the left? They
I
ran
didn't.
behind the left tackle and left guard. I think it was 85%
Yeah.
because obviously you're running away from TJ Watt. And they were just like, yeah, we're gonna just
Oh, the Ravens did.
the Ravens did.
Yeah.
85% to the left side.
They were eating the ends of the Steelers' lunch with that option.
Yeah.
Lamar was just waiting till the last second, pulling it and taking off. I mean, the
Look,
camera,
I feel like Lamar ran more in that game than you normally see.
because I think the ends were crashing and he was just like, oh, okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
It was just, it was insane. And it was, you left the game like that was supposed to happen. Even when it was 21-14, there was never a doubt. Did he even get to 21-14? No. I think the Steelers scored after Henry scored.
Yeah,
So,
no, it was 21-14, and then they scored again and made it like immediately.
yeah,
Henry ran for the 44-yard touchdown, and you're like, oh wow, like they
just
don't.
it's interesting because if you look at that team, are the Patriots in a better spot? Because the Patriots have the most important position. It was like cute. You didn't have to pay one of your quarterbacks, but neither of them were good.
Yeah.
Like
I
someone
think the
said
Patriots
in,
would be in a better spot because I think Todd Haley, it's not Todd Haley,
no,
right?
no.
Who's the offensive coordinator?
I think it's the guy that used to be the Ravens offensive coordinator,
I think
um
he sucks.
Greg Roman. Oh no, Arthur Smith. He used to be the
He
Falcons.
used to be the Falcons head coach,
Yeah,
and he sucks.
yeah.
Like they can't
It's
generate any offense.
I mean, it's totally true, but at the same time,
Najee Harris and Jalen Warren aren't that good. It's not
I think I think
Fred
Najee
Taylor and
Harris
Maurice
i-
Jones-Drew. Like,
is not great. I never thought that. I don't think Jalen Warren. People were like, okay, he might take over, and it's like, yeah, but he's not showing it.
yeah,
And then Russell Wilson doesn't throw it to the middle of the field.
nope.
One of your better players is Pat Fryermuth, who's in the middle of the field. The
You're
offense is
you would say
a
your best
screen.
offensive player, right?
Yeah, Pickens is
I
so
don't.
hit or
I'm not a
miss.
George Pickens guy.
Yeah.
Like, cool, he can make one play a game. He's also going to get three personal foul penalties for s- just doing dumb things. As a guy who used to get flagged a lot,
Yeah, that was your game.
I would at
I
least
did
count it. There was a reason behind it.
I did open a podcast a few years ago where I said that every basketball game you ever played for the Assabet Aztecs, you got a technical or fouled out.
Yeah, I hold the middle school
Central
record.
Mass middle school record. No, that must
I
have been
fouled out
JV.
of 25 games.
Um,
They give you five
yeah,
for a reason, you know?
and then honestly, Sunday, what's there to talk about Bills Broncos? When is it? 30, 31-10, 31-7?
Yeah.
Exciting first five plays. It was like bing, bang, boom, touchdown. 31-7. Then it was like, oh, you're not going to do anything else. And Josh Allen, there was a play. They were going for it on fourth down. Josh Allen wanted to run. Tony Romo said he wants to run for it, Jim. It's happening. He's dancing around, but he couldn't. I think it was supposed to seriously be just like a rollout, get the 2 yards, move on with your life. He hits this guy in the back of the end zone. Unbelievable sliding catch. Was it Ty Johnson, the running back, I think? Like, he's sliding on his hip, his feet are up, his knee and the top of his shin hits, then his foot touches, but just as he's catching, it was wild, and it was
Yeah.
4th and 1. And that right there, it was like, all right, call it, Denver.
I'm
Give
excited
us,
for next
also
week.
give us what we want. We want Ravens, Bills. I'm
Yeah,
actually, I would have killed for this to be the AFC Championship.
I know.
Because, listen, I know the Bills are in the Patriots division. I know our cousin Dave deals with in-laws that are Bills fans, and it's tough for him. I find it exciting. I like
They've
Josh
broken a
Allen.
lot of tables.
I don't think so. I don't think they're that type. Um, but
Then are you even a Bills fan?
yeah, talk to Tim. You've been to
I've been
Sunset
over
Beach.
there. I've met him.
Um, And then yeah, that was a wash. And then you had their Eagles just run
That game was
all over.
boring.
Oh my God, it was boring. It was just like no excitement. And then the Packers had no weapons, and you're just like, Josh Jacobs is going to have this awesome run, but
Is Jordan Love actually good, or is
I
he
I don't think
overhyped?
Jordan Love has good receivers.
Yeah, but then when he doesn't, like three interceptions, no touchdowns, like I don't
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody anointed Jordan Love, and I thought the Packers would be better. They were supposed to have an explosive offense. I don't know.
Yeah. But it was that was game was boring. Boring. That was like I did a
They
lot
kind
of
of all sucked yesterday.
condensed. I said that. And then I was like the one good game was Sunday night
Yeah.
where the Commanders beat the Bucks on a doink. Doinked it in. And it was back and forth
I,
too. It was like
I
call and
love
response
Baker.
all game.
I love Baker.
Yeah. I'm all about Baker. I thought he was lame with the Browns. I thought he was young. He would always say like he'd like quote Parks and Rec
That's
or
fine.
like Lil Wayne, and it's like, okay, you're up on pop culture, cool. But then he like won with the Browns. I cannot for him to be this good on the Bucks and the Browns to be in absolute shambles as Deshaun Watson re-ruptured his Achilles, and like you say, you couldn't happen to a better guy.
Yeah, no,
Um,
he's a good guy. You
also,
said, what'd you say? He was getting he couldn't get stretched out enough, or
I no, I said his muscles weren't loose enough.
yeah,
Yeah, they're recovering.
he should go
Um,
to a massage therapist or something.
you know what, Tim? I think he's burned that bridge. I don't think that's something he does, or people are like, I'm gonna take this client on. So, yeah, but uh, Jaden Daniels is awesome. It's fun to
Yeah,
watch. Terry McLaurin's awesome, and thank God he has a real quarterback because now he's like, oh yeah, this guy's awesome.
yeah.
Um,
I kept Griffin up last night,
why?
and
He's a child. What is
yeah,
he?
but he was like, "Dad, I want to watch this game," and I said, "All right." And he just sat there, like next to me, and watched Baker and Jaden Daniels, and he was like, "Wow, why are they both good?" And I was like, "Well, you've been watching Patriots, so
Yeah.
you're not
Well,
used."
he's watching quarterback play for his flag football uh
I think he's
coming
gonna be a
spring.
wide receiver.
Oh, you do? Tim, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't know if he's gonna have that wide receiver build when he's older.
Yeah,
You got some stocky kids,
yeah, they're thick. Well, he's gonna be a
but he could
lineman
be a tight
in
end.
reality.
He could be a tight end,
Maybe.
but he'll snap the ball. He's gonna be a center.
Yeah.
All right, let's breeze through. We don't have Jack's fancy
Oh boy.
Zoom, so we're on a time limit here. And very sick children time limit. Who knows when those naps are gonna end? So we'll go over the games next week. We uh do that. So
So, are you coming over on Saturday for
I don't
chicken
know.
sandwiches with your honey?
Maybe Allie is working, so maybe I'll bring the kids over. That sounds fun.
I'm off.
Yeah.
No, I don't work.
I don't understand your schedule, and I'm not gonna try and figure it out until you get a new job. All right. So the division round starts Saturday with the Texans at the Chiefs. Um. So did we only get? Oh, I think I got two wrong because I think I picked the Bucks. I picked the Bucks and the
I think we picked the
Chargers,
Bucks and the Chargers. Yeah.
and Jack picked, and then we don't know about tonight. So, anyways, the Texans at the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs win, coming off a bye. I think people want the Chiefs against the winner of that Ravens Bills game. They don't care who it is. They want that quarterback matchup. Now,
I feel
if
like the winner
the
of
Chiefs lose, that'd be hilarious, but I don't see it happening.
I agree. I don't know. I kind of feel like the winner of the Ravens Bills game might be your Super Bowl champion.
Yeah. Um, I picked the Ravens to win the Super Bowl this year, so I kind of pull for them. I think I picked Ravens Lions, so I think I'm in a good spot here.
Yeah, the
But
Lions are the only team on the in the NFC that is, I don't know,
well,
makes you
well, hold
think.
on. So pick the game. Who do you have?
I'm gonna go Texans.
Oh, you would. That's Tim, you know what's going to happen? The Chiefs are going to win by like 2 points in a stupid way.
I agree, but like I just think that the Chiefs aren't that good. They are not built for three-peating. It's
Yeah.
playoffs. Like you don't get those stupid wins in the playoffs anymore.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't
You
know.
know,
It'd
this
be
isn't going to
fun.
be D Ford being offsides.
CJ Stroud, Texans all-time leader in playoff wins, and he's played in 3 playoff games, and he's
Well,
won 2 of them.
that was David Carr's record before that.
No, Matt Schaub, I think,
The
with
shot.
one. I don't think David Carr
Kid had a
ever.
long neck, Matt Schaub.
No, you're thinking of Davis Mills.
Long neck. Yeah, Davis Mills. Looked like a
All
fucking
right.
Dorado.
The other game on Saturday is Commanders at Lions. I think the Lions win this, but I don't know much about the Lions injury report. I don't know how many guys they still have hurt on defense.
35.
But they're like a
There was at
week
one point
away.
their entire, right? Was it their entire defense? Or like seven starters and six backups were all on the IR.
Yeah. That but we are possibly 2 weeks away from the Aiden Hutchinson stuff chirping up again.
Yeah. You know, people said like he could be back for the NFC Championship. No, he can't.
Why?
He's just not going to be Aiden Hutchinson. Like,
He's mid-20s and it was a broken bone. It wasn't ligaments.
oh, I thought it was a torn ACL.
No, he shattered his tib fib. Not shattered, he broke both bones in his leg.
That's a big deal. Like those are big muscle or big
But
bones.
nah, it wasn't the femur. That's a big one. Hard as cement. All right. So I think we both have the Lions.
Do you think it is because he didn't drink milk with every dinner?
No.
I've never broken a bone outside of my nose.
Didn't you break your hand?
Allegedly. Mom and dad didn't think so.
Oh. I've only broke my nose too. Mine was playing
That's
basketball. What
fine.
was yours?
Um, I was playing basketball.
Yeah, I think it was a fall. All right. Winner of tonight's Vikings v Rams game against the Eagles. It's tough to say because, like, what if the
That's the
Vikings
one
have a
o'clock game on Sunday.
big lead and then someone gets hurt? Huh? That's the first
That's the
game
1 o'clock
Sunday.
game.
Yeah. The Eagles are vulnerable, I feel like. Although
I agree.
they have a good defense, but it's a weird. If Brian Flores can bottle up Barkley and like slow him, it's so strange because they have Hurts, Brown, Smith, and Barkley. That's two good receivers, a quarterback, and a running back.
I feel like people kind of, yeah.
I'm
Is
just
Devontae
saying,
Smith actually good, though?
I think he is. I think,
I think he's good, but I think he's overrated.
but he's not like, but AJ
I'm just
Brown's
saying,
their
like,
top
when
guy.
you talk about wide receiver pairings, like, they're probably at the top of the league, at least in the top five. But I think
Yeah.
that they kind of just overrate Devontae Smith because he
So you're
won a
saying
Heisman, and
one
everybody's
is
like
Pop Douglas and Booty?
T. Higgins and Kendrick Bourne.
Who would you say is one, Chase and Higgins or
Yeah,
Addison and Jefferson?
I would go Chase Higgins, Addison Jefferson.
Interesting. Um, it's interesting. I actually think the Rams are at a little bit of a
Oh,
disadvantage. They're not
and
playing at home.
Cup and Nakua are better than.
Oh yeah. Um, but I think they're at a disadvantage. They don't get to play at home, and you're like thinking of your home burning down. Like they're in a shitty spot.
I'm a big weather guy. Um, those
Hmm.
are crazy.
It's wild. I don't, and the thing is like you and I have never been to LA, so we can't fathom it. But
I
before and
have
actually, no, you haven't.
Yeah, yeah.
When?
I saw Jack.
He lived in Long Beach.
I think that's right next to.
No, that's right next to Oakland.
Oh.
Um, not a geography guy. So
I had to
you,
teach somebody recently that South Africa is a country.
mm, these
She
are the
said,
people
"My
that
friend's
mass.
getting deployed to South Africa." And I said, "Really? South Africa? Like, seems like a weird place." And she said, "Yeah, South Africa." And I was like, South Africa is a country, right?
It's in Southern Africa.
Uh, Yeah, right. And she said, "No, I don't think so." And I
Hmm.
said, "But
Gonna have to.
no, it is. And it's like white people. But I don't know.
Yeah. I
Cape
mean, one of
Town
them
is it?"
is trying to run the world right now.
So I had to draw Africa on the board.
Oh, yeah.
And then I colored in South Africa and I said, "That's South
This
Africa."
is, folks, this is, if you're listening to Massachusetts, this is what your tax dollars are going to and the type of people that they're paying. All right, Tim, we have a minute left.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
do you pick the Eagles or do you pick the win? I actually kind of feel like it's going to be the Vikings.
No, I think the winner of this game, Rams.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, Ravens Bills. This is the one all the people want. It sucks we only have a minute. I'm going to pick the Ravens because they were my preseason Super Bowl pick. I don't love it, but
I don't know. I don't think anybody can stop their offense.
yeah. So before we get cut off, pick your. So you're saying Ravens.
It's Ravens.
Ah, God, I know, but it's hard to pick that because Josh Allen is so good.
But he's all by himself.
James Cook is good.
He's not Derrick Henry.
No, you're right. You're right. All right, Tim. So that's going to do it for this week. Hopefully next week, we'll be able to have a longer one and not so quick towards the end. But you have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Bye.